Hello friends, and welcome back to our little coffee club. All right, we are back. It is a Sunday. I've been trying this new format on Sundays because I want to get right into the coffee, and then I'll talk to you guys in front of the camera in a second. And I said the next video I would record would be making a filter coffee on the Brewers cup coffee that Kent sent me. The last video I recorded was making the same coffee on the Flair 58. And you guys should have seen that maybe 3 weeks ago. Yeah, something like that. Like about 3 weeks ago. It was a Friday video. I made a Flair 58. I have it here in my fellow Atmos. But here it is, the coffee from the Brewers Cup 2025. This is the one I'm talking about. It says W. Lazo. And tasted it on the Flair. It was a great shot. I want to revisit this as filtered. That's what I'm going to do now. And then later on, we'll make a Cortado. I want to keep practicing the latte art. We'll see how that goes. But let's get right into it. Let's dose out and start. See, I have the kettle up to temperature. The Bianca's getting warmed up. All right. I think I'm ready. We're kicking things off with Richie today. Man, I am struggling getting the coffee beans out of this thing. But I don't have enough containers to put all these little samples of coffees. So I'm having to keep them all together. It's not ideal, but okay, we're right, well, between 12 and 12.1. Yeah, dealing with these little baggies, once you open them and you want to start dosing out and stuff, it's not ideal, but it's gonna have to do. Again, there's very little coffee left. Maybe, I don't know, one more filtered coffee, maybe two, yeah, who knows, one or two more. Depends on the size of what you're making, obviously. But yeah, all the little samples are all stuffed in there together because I don't have any other ways of keeping them. I want to keep them as fresh as possible. So I'm keeping them in the Atmos. Okay, let me put this off to the side. Okay, so we're 3 minutes in and I'm ready to start grinding. So I am improving with my workflow as far as, getting right into the coffee, and then we'll get to talk and all that good stuff. Okay, so today we're gonna go fishing on the Pietro. Yeah, we're gonna fish with the Pietro today, as Anton would say. I find myself always going pretty much as coarse as this thing can grind. I'm not sure why there's not more range. I mean, this is not made for espresso. Why would you want to grind so fine with it? I don't know. Is it just me? I think the range should have been shifted quite a bunch, I don't know, man. What do I know? Okay, I'm just gonna, it only goes to another 8 clicks or something and you'll be at full. You would think that I've explained all of this before. Should I get even into this? But, okay, here you see it. That's as far as it goes. It doesn't go all the way to the 0. I'm gonna be here. You would think that would be 80 clicks, right? 10 clicks between. It's not. It's half of that. It's 5 clicks, or maybe this is 40 clicks. I don't know. I don't know why they did it like that. Who knows? Who knows, man? Let's just go fishing. Let's just go fishing. Another thing is, have I found this to be any kind of a game changer? Again, guys, this is one of the most highly regarded grinders that you can have out there for filter coffee. This is it. It's not a lot things that are a lot better than this. It is debatable that some of the higher end electric grinders with, maybe SSP bursts or something, very high end could outdo what this does. According to Justin from Daddy's Got Coffee, he's tried all the grinders. He's got a Zerno, and he says he always goes back to the Pietro because he loves what comes out of the Pietro. To me, a regular mere mortal like myself, I can't even taste the difference between the Pietro and the Duo. With the Brewers, I can't really taste too much difference. I really can't. Maybe there's a slight difference, if any. When I did the test, the two coffees were different, but they were equally good. One was more shifted towards like the acidity and the brightness. One was a little bit sweeter cup and better in that way. So it just depends. You ask the person, you rather drink this one or this one. The Pietro was a little bit more on the upfront acidity and the clarity a little bit. The Duo was a little bit nicer, sweeter cup, a little better finish. So it just depends. I enjoyed them both the same. On that day, I would have not cared which cup to drink. They were both equally wonderful. When I compared it to the Niche Zero, which you could not do a more like way out there pairing. I mean, the Niche Zero is known to give you gooey coffee and very blended, and it's perfect for those gooey shots of espresso, right? A lot of fines. This is very uniform, very few fines, and even then, the difference to like an actual, consumer like myself, just a hobbyist, yes, there was a difference, and I could notice it. And I think between the Pietro and the Niche Zero, I think I might be able to see the difference every single time. The little noise you hear is the espresso's almost up to temperature. So yeah, what can I say other than that? I mean, even at that, when you're comparing such an extreme difference, and still it's small. It's small. I think I can pick it out every time, but it's small. So, but now that I have it, we will use it. We will use it every now and then. Again, if you want to enjoy a coffee to its full potential and you have the tools, go for it. But if you don't have it, don't run out there and buy one. I don't see the point. Okay, so let's just go fishing. Fishing. The way I hold it, and by the way, they sent me the stand. I haven't even used it. I just use it like this. And it's kind of like slow feeding. You know what? Let me take the mic. Man, I should have done that. Let me take the mic off. You don't need to hear that much noise. So let me put the mic over by the music, and then I'll pick it up after I finish grinding. Okay, there you see it, 12 grams. Retention on hand grinders is not really too much of a thing. You might find a little tiny retention sometimes, but I have the K Plus and the Pietro, neither one gives you, it's not really a thing. So I always check it though, and we have exactly what we put in, 12 grams. Okay, so it always ends up taking about a minute. It's easy to crank the handle. You will get stuck every now and then with really lightly roasted beans like this, but it's very smooth and like easy to turn. Obviously, to stabilize the thing, you have to get whatever method you like, and that's always a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not too bad at all. But it always ends up, I'm sorry, early in the morning. I haven't had any coffee. I'm already using my voice a lot, and I hope it doesn't start failing me now. Okay, so whatever. It will take a little bit longer than like a regular, like the K Plus is fast. Compared to this, is way fast. But here, also keep in mind, I'm doing kind of like that slow feeding because I'm keeping it sideways like that, and the beans are dropping in slowly. So yeah, but I don't know. That's another thing that everybody's into nowadays, right? The slow feeding. And now that everybody's into the step down basket, like, I don't know, I'm not getting a step down basket. If somebody sends it for free, like fine, I'll try it, I'll use it, but nah. Oh, another thing is, by the time you see this video, the soup video should have posted last Sunday. So yeah, I think it was last Sunday, the soup video. So now we can start talking about soup. I have been wanting to revisit soup, and I haven't done that because I needed to wait until the Sunday video post. Now we can start talking about soup. And I don't know, I think I want to try soup versus Americano. Like, but because what is there to gain with the soup? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know. Why not just make an Americano? Anyway, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that test. Wow, this smells gorgeous. Beautiful fragrance, very clean. Although I remember the very first time that I smelled it. Yeah, today I didn't get it. I'm not getting it a lot, but the very first time that I smelled it, I go, oh, wait a minute. I'm suspecting a little shenanigans going on here, something different, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is clean. But this one, I did think maybe this is like a process from tasting it also, because there's a lot to this coffee, a lot of depth of flavor, and kind of get that feeling that there's something extra going on. Not like cold ferment or anything like that. I don't even think you can enter the brewer's cup with a cold ferment, so that's not a thing. Okay, today, you know what? I'm not doing both angles. The overhead angle, I would get the phone and bring it over or something as we're doing this. As of me recording this video, we are almost ready to for our trip to Scotland. Of course, by the time you see it, we came back, and I'm probably recording some stuff as to the experience. I'm sure that while I'm out there, I will be recording for the new channel, the vlog channel, and you know, make some videos as to our trip out there and the coffee experiences, if there's any to be had in Scotland. I'm sure there will be. Most likely some whiskey experiences as well, some scotch. I look forward to it. I really do. I already mentioned, I was really looking forward to Berlin, going to Germany, maybe some of the other towns as well. But then that's what happened. Why my wife kind of said, you know what, let's leave that one for next year, because when we go to Germany, now we want to see other towns, other places as well. So it's not just Berlin and Prague, which I know is a different country, the Czech Republic, but but what I'm saying is that there's a lot to do in Germany, and it just didn't work out this time. So Scotland became a thing. We were also thinking of Denmark, I believe it was Denmark. Yeah, I think it was Denmark. We want to do that. Of course, I want to visit Kent's country, Norway, and go to Oslo and Bergen. Yeah, the Camera Woman's World Tour will continue. It will continue. Okay, today I'll do the best I can here with showing you from the top. Okay, give it a nice rinse. I'm still thinking, should I do another clip to get this? I know this is kind of important to you guys. Maybe I will. Okay, give me a second. Let me set it up. Okay, thankfully that didn't take too long at all. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the numbers on the scale, but I always call that out to you guys as I go along. But I have, you guys are gonna think this guy's nuts. I have another different setup this time. But it didn't take me long at all to set up, and it was not annoying to set up, and it's not in the way. If this works, man, this is it. This is it. I never thought about using the main camera for the overhead shot because it's so huge. Like how, and this, well, here's a caveat, right? If I have two, if I do, two brewers, I don't think this will work. But for one brewer, it might work very well. So, all right. I know it's not focused. I don't know if I probably won't include the two angles just yet because I haven't focused yet. Because I want to focus on the coffee, see if it works. That's another thing, is the camera's kind of close, and the focusing doesn't work like macro. You can't be like up close. So, all right, let's start the scale. We'll see. It's another experiment. Yet another experiment. Okay, I'm gonna start the recording on the other camera. So, okay, I started it. I should insert the clip somewhere around here, but I know it's out of focus. We'll try to focus in a second. We'll see if it works. Okay, so here's the 12 grams. I already heated everything up and rinsed it. I already have I double checked my 12 grams. So that's ready to go. Let me get the Pietro out of the way. And now we're gonna see if this works. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of the fragrance from this coffee. Man, that is nice. That is nice, but it could possibly be some kind of how you call it, some kind of a processing on this coffee. Okay, so why am I not getting figuring these things out as I'm making the video is not ideal. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's definitely not ideal, but what are you gonna do? Is this gonna focus this close? Nope. Of course. Oh, wait, I got it to focus. It did focus. Okay, so according to the camera, it's focused on the coffee. I'm gonna turn on the overhead light because wait. I might not have to do that because on this camera, it's very easy to expose the image the way you want. I can overexpose the top, kind of expose it for the coffee. It looks everything around it looks really bright, but I'm gonna zoom in just on the actual coffee. So, I don't know how this is gonna look on video when I do the post and edit this. No, it says it's focused, perfectly focused, supposedly. You could see everything. I don't know, let's try this. I have my ambience. So on the shot from the phone, it still looks the same because there's no other lights turned on. On the overhead shot, everything surrounding is overexposed, but you can see the coffee. Should I turn on the light? Okay, let's just try this. Let's try this, see if it works. Okay, I'm recording. But now this video has gone on like way too long before me making the coffee. I'm sorry. I trigger somebody by now for sure. It's no wonder my YouTube channel doesn't grow. I'm always annoying people. Okay, here we go, man. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. This is not gonna get any better. All right, start the time. Okay, my usual pouring structure, 30 circle to 30 center. I wanna saturate everything. And then at around 20, 25 seconds, we do the second pour. I think you can see perfect from the top. Yeah, it might be working out. We'll see, man. Okay, I'm gonna pour again because it's almost done. I'll go to 90, circle, and then we go to 120 center. Okay, I'm gonna swirl it. Sometimes it slows down a whole bunch. I hope it doesn't slow down too much. But right now it's going like way too fast. So I have to try to slow it down. Okay, that did the trick. I might have to swirl again though on the last pour. Because usually the last pour happens at about 115, 120, but I'm gonna have to pour already and I'm only at 107. So, okay. Now we go to 150, wash the sides, and then finish at 180. Today let's take it to 185. Let's try to get a little bit more out. There we go. What is this? I want to 15.5 ratio, I believe. Should be. It's a little early for doing math, but I haven't even had coffee. Okay, no, I think the overhead shot is working out. All right, maybe this is the way to go, at least for one brewer. Two brewers, it's just not gonna work. I don't think so. I need the phone like more over the top. And then the phone shot is working out just fine. I'm not sure if you can see the numbers on the scale. We are at 2 minutes. We just hit 2 minutes just right now. And the top is still wet. Yeah, we need to wait. Okay, now I can see the top. Now I can see the top is dripping and slowing down. Okay, now it's going real slow. We're gonna call it at 120. I'm sorry, 220. Sorry, 220. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. I got my 185 grams or so. And so a 1 to 15.5 it should be. And all right, I'm gonna set up the other, on the other tripod so I can talk to you guys and we'll talk about the coffee. Since today, I'm gonna have to edit this anyway, I'll just start a new clip. And you know, last time that I recorded that Flare 58 video, I forgot to turn off the focus lock. And then when I was talking into the camera, it was locked, the focus was locked and it wasn't focused on me. So that's unfortunate, but what can I do? I just, again, I'm just gonna keep trying to improve as I go along. Because if I sit back and try to perfect everything, you're just never gonna start. So, all right, one more clip. Okay, so no worries, we will make espresso in a couple minutes here and I will give you all the angles as to the espresso. I've had that figured out for years and setting that up is so easy for me. I've done it over and over again. And for some reason, this overhead shot for the filter coffee has become like so challenging, at least for it to be easy to set up and something that I like the results and like it's just been, I just can't get it right. However, hopefully I got the coffee right. Cheers. I think I mentioned when I did the Flare video and I tried it as espresso, I believe I also turned it into an Americano, that there's more in the dry smell, the fragrance, than on the aroma. But it's nice. All right, let's try it. Yeah, this coffee has a lot of intensity, a lot of punch, a lot to it, but very pleasant. In some ways, it reminds me of the one that was my favorite coffee for a while, the Costa Rican from Good Brothers, with the thermical fermentation. It was like a thermoshock coffee, and I think it was one of the first, like one of those fermented or processed coffees that I tried, and wow, to me, it blew me away. I think it was one of the first ones I tried that had something like that. This was years ago, so yeah, I've had it for like 3 years. I have some of it frozen for 3 years, so I'll bring that out soon and we'll revisit that. What a shame that on the day that I recorded the Flare shot, when I sat here to talk to you guys, I forgot to remove the focus lock. Man, but again, you gotta learn as you go. Yeah, what a gorgeous coffee. Yeah, berry tartness up front. Again, I think what I said for this one was like melon, but not like watermelon. It's more like some other kind of melon, like the honeydew like the honeydew melon. Maybe apples. Definitely not like tropical tasting. With a gorgeous berry tartness up front. Perfectly balanced with the sweetness and the acidity. It's just a very balanced cup, a lot to it, a lot of depth of flavor. I'm getting pretty much the same things I was getting from the Americano, at least as far as I could remember. Again, on the title, it should say something about world's, how you call it? I can't think of the word now. I'll think of it in a second. Brewers cup. Yeah, I mean, I could see how this coffee was well received. There's a lot to it. It's beautiful. Today I'm getting maybe like a little lemon zest and just a little in the background, a little hint. I mean, it's just a lot to it. This coffee has a lot of flavor and a lot of things you can pick out and a lot of nuance. There's a lot up front. There's a lot in the finish. It's very well balanced. Yeah, today I would add a little lemon zest. Man, this is great. You know, I don't think I recorded that. I did a brew session recently, and I don't think it was one that I was recording, but I was tasting one of the coffees that Kent sent me. But that's the thing, I don't remember which one it was. If I didn't record it, then man, when I revisit it, maybe I'll get that sense again. But you guys are not gonna believe, it's more, I don't even wanna say what the kind of flavor that it dawned on me, and I said, oh man, I know what this tastes like. If I ever revisit the coffee, you know, maybe I have to, or maybe I did make a note of it, I have to look. I don't wanna spoil it here, but I'm gonna call that video something like, I know what this tastes like, or something like that, or put it on the thumbnail, and you guys will recall this moment when I mentioned it. It's so odd, like the flavor. You guys will be, what? But I hope I can figure it out. I hope I can figure it out and record something else to that. But man, this is wonderful. Oof. What a way to start the morning. I'm gonna feel so much better now for the espresso portion of the video. There's so much to this. It's so funny, like some of them you just say, well, you know, like tropical fruit. But here, no, I wouldn't say that at all. It's funny that now the tasty note is tropical fruit, but I wouldn't say that at all. And I also wouldn't call it citrus. This is fruits, but not like those tropical ones. It's more exotic kind of stuff. Like, I mean, what did I say? Like honeydew melon, yeah, like the berries up front. There's just so many things you can pick out. Man, all right, I'm gonna finish this up, and in a second we're gonna pull a shot of espresso, make a cortado. What else is there anything else to mention? And yeah, I mean, the channel for the vlogs is open. You should be able to, if you wanna follow that, you know, you would be helping me out, but you know, come on, yeah, I shouldn't ask you guys to, but if you wanna follow along on those adventures, I would appreciate it. I would love to see some of you guys there. But yeah, that channel's open. You can search under, the @ symbol, The Real Omnio Vlogs. And if you put it just like that into the YouTube search bar, it should come up. There's nothing posted to it. There's probably nobody subscribed. So just, look it up and you can subscribe there and you can ring the notification bell. And then as soon as I have a few vlogs ready, they will start posting and I will stay consistent. At least I want to give this thing a shot of doing 100 vlogs, 100. If by 100 vlogs, I haven't built a community, people to share with and people to share the experience with, I will keep posting there, but not consistently. I will keep it consistent up to 100. After that, then it'll just become like whenever I want to make a video there, I will post it. I want my family to be able to see when we travel or we go to a cool spot here around town. I have family back in California. I have folks in St. Augustine, Florida. I have a few people spread out. I have people in the San Francisco area. And I want them to be able to, if they want to see it, to see, and not, people are not that much into coffee like we are. So I want them to be able to see more of what they want to see, like the travel or just regular life. That's probably more interesting to them than talking about a cup of coffee. It's funny, everybody's into something different, right? Like, But yeah, that channel is open. You can check it out. Hit the notification bell, and then you'll get notified when the videos start going up. And then I think the first 4 I will post consecutively on Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. So the first 4 should be 4 Saturdays in a row. After that, my plan is to do every other Saturday. And if eventually I feel comfortable enough with the process, and again, my main priority is the coffee stuff because I can record so easily. I'm gonna make the coffee anyway. So whatever time I have, I will dedicate mainly to this channel. And then if I still have some leftover time that I can do some quick edits or do something quick and easy for the other channel, I will do that. And be consistent enough to post at least twice a month. So every other Saturday at least, until I get to 100, and then see what happens. See where that leads. Maybe it goes nowhere. And if that's the case, then so be it. I'll just make videos there for my own enjoyment and for my family, whoever wants to check that out. But anyway, my coffee family here on YouTube, cheers to you guys. Give me a second and we'll set up and pull some espresso. All right, and now we're gonna practice again with the latte art. Don't hold your hopes up because it's probably not gonna be great, but we will give it our best shot. So I've been having to keep this coffee that Ed gave me just like this because I have no other way of, all my Utmost canisters are full right now. I have all kinds of stuff. So yes, a lot of coffee in the house now. Thankfully, I have frozen a lot of it. So we can revisit later in the future some of these wonderful coffees that Kent sent me. Again, I want to thank you so much, buddy, for sending that out. I really appreciate it. I've gotten to taste some very high-end stuff and maybe some coffees that I like. Look at the one I just had, it's a coffee from the Brewers cup. So, I might never have tasted something like that. And I gotta say, it's just spectacular. Could it be the best one of everything you sent? Wow, as far as, well, I don't know. That's just hard to say, man. It's hard to say. This has been it's been something else. It's been a spectacular kind of experience. And I want to thank you so much, so much. Okay, let's start the scale. We're gonna dose out the 18 grams. We're gonna pull a shot. Let me make sure the focus is locked. Okay, I'm gonna pull a shot on the Bianca. If you guys have been watching all the videos, then you know that my preference for making milk drinks is something darker. Okay, this is about as dark as I've ever had, but yeah, at least something, I would say at least something medium dark, like just a straight up medium. That's fine too, as long as there's not a lot of acidity. Most of the time when I mix the coffee with milk, I don't want that acidity in it. I have had a couple of situations where it has tasted really good and I've been very surprised. But usually I'm looking for like more traditional notes with the milk, the coffee, for it to be more like dark chocolate, caramel, those kind of flavors. And if you've been watching all the videos, you guys already know that. Okay, so 18 grams. Last time that we brewed this, I was at grind size 12 and the coffee brewed a bit slow. So today I'm back to 13. Let's see what we get. I'll show you guys once it's up here. These are the sticky beans that kind of take long to drop down into the niche. Okay, let's come over here. And now I know how to turn off the focus lock. So, all right, so there you see it. Quite dark, but I have seen darker. Never tasted darker, but I've seen darker. So we are grind size 13. You hear the beans fighting in there. Let's see if we got everything out. So 18 in, did we get 18 out? Lately, we haven't had retention, not even with the dark roast. Yeah, the tiniest bit, 0.1 maybe. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. And as you guys could see, I was showing you our little setup. The flowers still look gorgeous. These last so long. Very pretty little flowers. Give you something of interest in the background. You know, sometimes I watch coffee videos and there's just like nothing to look at in the background. It's just very plain. And to me, it's boring. I don't know. Everybody finds it that way. You know, if the information is good, that's what you're there for. And so the videos could still be really a good video, but I don't know. I like to see things like something of interest in the background. You know, it's a coffee video. It's not like a lot of interest in it other than the information, which is great. That's what we're there for. Maybe that's why my channel doesn't grow, because I don't know. Listen, we do something different here. It's more like a talk show. It's more about just hanging out and recording my brew sessions that I would be doing anyway. I did not set out to I'm gonna record a video. No, I set out to, hey, I wanna make my morning coffee. Might as well record it for the people. Wow, this has been on for an hour. Doesn't feel like it. Feels like I just got started, but my machine just timed out, so I had to restart it. Again, I have a video as to how to change. It was thanks to Ollie, I think, that he kept telling me, man, change it. And yeah, I did that setting and changed it so it doesn't time out for a whole hour. But you know, I do want it to eventually time out in case I forget it to leave it on or something. I don't want that thing to stay on there for more than that. That's an hour is long enough. Okay, this should be dry. I haven't pulled any shots or anything, so. Okay, I got my 18 grams. Okay, so again, today is grind size 13. We'll see if we get a 30-second shot. Water temperature is at 85. I definitely don't want the water too hot. This gets over extracted really easily. I'm only gonna go up to 8 bars, and I would like the shot to finish in 30 seconds or less. Maybe even like 25 seconds. I don't have my dosing funnel, my dosing funnel out today, so. You know, pretty soon I think I'm gonna make like a tutorial video for like beginners, talking about everything you need to know to get started with espresso. Those are the videos that do the best. When you do videos, and it makes sense, you know, when people are on YouTube, most people are searching like how to do this or you know, how do you do that, and then they move on to something else. Everyone is entertained by different things, and what we do here is very niche. You know, not a lot of people are into having a chat about coffee and relaxing, and especially nowadays with the TikTok generation, they don't want to relax, man. They want a fast pace. Let me find out in 30 seconds or I'm triggered. We've talked about that here before. We have talked about that. So as of me recording this, I still, you know, the video where I'm asking Anton as to to maybe elaborate a little bit as to the WDT. Is it worse, or it just doesn't matter, or what? I mean, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm not gonna all of a sudden stop doing WDT. And the blind shaking is pretty clear because enough people have talked about it and have done like actual experiments that the blind shaking works better, according to everything that I've heard and people that have talked about it. But I didn't enjoy it. And enjoyment is the main thing here. If I'm not enjoying myself, I might as well not even have coffee. I mean, I'll get an espresso and press a button or go to Starbucks like everyone else, and that's it. I do this because to me it's awesome. It's enjoyment, you know, playing with the tools and the machines, and you know, and now that I have you guys to share it with, it just makes it so much better. So yeah, but it's all about the enjoyment. Okay, today, talking about enjoyment, we're gonna do our old school temp. No Tesla today. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, with this one, you know, I always do a fine job. This is, you know, pretty easy to temp with this tamper. All right. You know, one thing I have never like is been bringing out my little brush to clean things up, which I have a bunch of them. Let me see. They're handy right here too. I mean, it's not like I have to go searching. I have a whole bunch of them. You know, let's just bring this one out. Whatever. This is the one. It's not my favorite one, but this is the one from that came with one of my niche grinders. I have two of these. I have one other one that I bought a long time ago. You know, all these little brushes, you use them to clean up like this. You know, if you enjoy using it, then that, you know, obviously the people that enjoy using it, they don't never forget because they look forward to using their tools. But the little brush is not something I ever been into. I just kind of go like this and I move on. So yeah. All right, the puck screen. Let's flush this thing. I've been remembering every time now. It's just become part of the routine. I did it so many times that eventually you don't forget anymore, you know? It just becomes part of your routine. And some folks here believe in the flushing, so we will flush. I don't mind doing it. I've gotten used to it. Okay, we lock in. I'm gonna give you all the angles for this, so give me a second. Okay, so today I'm trying another different, I'm trying the main camera but the thing is the lens that's on it is very wide angle. So it's not gonna be ideal for the overhead shot, but we'll see how it works. I'm trying all kinds of new things today. I don't know, we'll see. Today, we're gonna be on the time more. Oh, give me a second. Okay, I had to relock the focus on one of the cameras because I had to move it back a little bit. Okay, I don't know. Everything should be working. We'll see. I'm on the timer. I haven't used it for a little bit. All right, I love this scale. It has a couple of little things about it, but for the most part, I love the scale. I love the way it looks. All right, we are ready to go. Let's see if we can get a 25-second to 30-second shot. Pressure should start coming in at around 9 seconds. Here we go. And then I like to close this up so it just goes up slow. Get it up to my 8 bars. Okay, so at 8 bars, it will lose some pressure sometimes because the puck starts to lose integrity. We look for 45 grams out. The shot ran a little bit slow again. Okay, I stopped it a little early. I'm at 42, roughly 41.9, 21 seconds since first drip, 34 seconds overall. But I don't want to over extract this thing. I'm gonna try it right here. I think today we might have better results than last time. And again, I have the camera. My computer didn't blow up from doing all the 4 angles. I thought it might not be able to handle it. Let me stop this camera. But it did work. The computer worked for all the 4 angles, and I was able to have you guys there on the pump pressure so you could see that it's hitting 9 bars every time. Ever since I did the adjustment, it never fails. It's right at 9 bars. If you want to know how to set your pump pressure on your Bianca, you can comment below. I'll give you the video. I'll give you the tutorial video where I made the adjustment. It's been working just perfectly fine. All right, cheers. Again, I didn't nail it. No, I've done better with this coffee. It's gonna be fine for the milk drink, but yeah, no, I didn't nail it. It's all right, but again, I have the bitterness in the background. Maybe I should drop the temperature to 80. I think that's as low as I could go. I don't know. But again, the shot ran a little bit slow. It should have, again, like it went over by a little bit, even though I stopped it early. So, all right, we'll see. Next time, maybe I'll grind a 14 and try that. Doesn't matter. For milk, it's gonna be perfectly fine. Let me set up for that and then we'll steam some milk.
How long
right, so today I got something pretty decent. I'm happy with today's pour. There is a little bit of well, the contrast is always great when most of the time when you're using a dark coffee like this. So the contrast is great. The size of the heart is pretty spot on. It could be a little bit bigger. And the placement of it is also pretty spot on. I got it pretty much in the middle. I tried, again, doing the wiggles to kind of get some lines, interesting lines, maybe get the heart in the heart. And you could see a little remnants of that. I could have done a better job with that part. But all in all, I'm happy with that pour. So today I did a fairly okay job. I mean, for me. Obviously, a heart is like the most simple kind of pour that you can do. But in a Cortado cup, I don't think I can try for the. I have done tulips before, 3-tiered tulip, and I've never done a great one, but I have done it. And but I don't know, in a Cortado cup, I mean, I can barely do a heart, so why would I? I don't know. Maybe I'll try it one of these days. Maybe, perhaps, we'll see. All right, let me set up the way I like to look at this, because I'm not gonna set up the camera again on the other side and all of that. I'm gonna say goodbye from right here, but let's give it a taste. Let's see. I mean, that's the main thing, right? The flavor. Hopefully it's a drink that you can enjoy, but today I'm very happy with the latte art. Again, this is very acceptable for me. You see it there, very acceptable. Okay, let me once again refocus. Okay, we should have a nice focus lock right there. Again, cheers. Yeah, once you mix it with milk, it just becomes wonderful. I will not I know the shot was not spot on today, so I'm not gonna take away from that. I didn't do the best job ever, but we'll try again next time. I gotta remember, I have to go up. I wanna go up to grind size 14 for the next shot. I definitely have to speed it up, and I have quite a bit of that coffee left. So for doing milk drinks is what I'm gonna keep using. I always like having something dark on hand for milk drinks and for the mocha pot. And I make a lot of that in the mornings. If I'm not gonna be filming a video or bringing out the flare or anything like that, I'll just make a little bit of coffee in the mocha pot, mix it with just a glass of milk, and that's my breakfast. It's been my breakfast pretty much my whole life. All right, so yeah, that's tasting great. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of that. I'm gonna let you guys go right here. This video should already be long enough. So yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys a whole bunch. My coffee family here on YouTube, I love you guys. Please remember to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. This will be a Sunday video, so I'll see you guys on Friday.